Hey there guys, it's Suns Geek here, and we have a very special video for you guys today. I'm joined by my good friend ThunderSteve85, and it's pretty plain and simple. If you guys can't tell by the title of this video, this is our NBA 2K collection. We are making this video to simply celebrate our love and passion for NBA 2K. Now, this video isn't to like compare collections. It's just for the fun of collecting, being hardcore 2K gamers and everything. And we just want to show you guys some cool stuff that we own. And we're going to talk about it here in a minute. But Steve, I know for a fact that you have been playing NBA 2K for years. I myself have been playing for as long as I possibly can remember. So Steve, if you want to introduce yourself, tell the people how long you've been playing 2K, maybe a fun memory or something like that.
Okay, what's up, guys? My name's Steve Zimmerman. My tag is ThunderSteve85. You can find me on YouTube at ThunderSteve85 Gaming and everywhere else on social media as ThunderSteve85. So, guys, I've been playing NBA 2K since its debut. So, not since 2K, but actually since 1999 when it came out on the Sega Dreamcast. It was actually a launch title. And the Dreamcast came out on, for some reason, I'll never forget this date, but the release date was 9/9/99.
That's awesome.
And of course, I'm wearing my Dan Marley jersey, which you guys can see is, of course, number 9. So that's the thing, man, is I'll never forget playing 2K for the first time and how great the graphics were. Because at the time, Dreamcast was the newest console, or as we used to call it back in the day, system. It was the newest system on the block, and the graphics on Dreamcast were out of this world. They really were. I mean, there were so many games that looked so much better on the Dreamcast. You could even look at games like NFL Blitz that came out on PlayStation and 64. But if you had the Dreamcast version, that baby was going to run just as good as the arcade. So it was really awesome to play 2K back in 99. Even the NFL 2K was, in my opinion, leaps and bounds better than Madden. But they lost that license, unfortunately, to EA Sports. But yeah, I've been playing 2K my whole life, man. 25 years. It's 25th anniversary this year, so it's pretty cool. So how long have you been playing 2K, Brandon?
So I've been playing NBA 2K for as long as I can remember, man. You know, I remember the original cover that had my boy, one of my all-time favorite players, Allen Iverson, on the cover. I think he made like 3 of those, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But I just remember playing the 2K games throughout the years on different systems and whatever you want to call it, consoles or systems.
Yeah.
But it was just different than at the time than their competitor, NBA Live. And then I just eventually became hooked on these games. And I am excited to go over our collection because I have a lot of stuff to show. I know you got a lot of stuff to show. Yeah. And you and I, we own different things, and that's great. That's what we're celebrating. Yeah. And I'm just so excited to work on this with you. And it's going to be a great video. And we hope that you guys will enjoy this video. So I'm really excited, man.
So am I. Let's get going.
Let's do it. All right, guys. So we're going to be pretty much going back and forth. And I'm going to start off actually with 2 games. Now, this was for the original Xbox, and I will show them to you as close in detail as I can. Now, this first one that I own is actually ESPN NBA 2K, and it has one of my all-time favorite players on it, Ben Wallace. That is right, you guys. Beautiful cover. Love how it's got the little autograph signature right there. The #1 rated NBA game. And unfortunately, Steve, I'm sure we're going to talk about this later, but you can see the damn sticker on there.
Damn stickers,
I hate the stickers.
Man. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt just real quick. When we originally recorded this video, I completely forgot to show off this ESPN NBA 2K5 strategy guide. Look how beautiful and classic this is. I'm so glad I own this. This was right in front of me when we were recording, and I just completely forgot to show it off. But yeah, this thing has everything in it. I mean, look at that. Like a young LeBron right there, a young Melo. They got like ratings and standings and playbooks, and I mean, look at this thing, man. I could make a whole video about this alone. But yeah, this thing's awesome. And now back to the video.
But I also got on the Xbox with Shaquille O'Neal on it, NBA 2K6. I love these games, man. Classic.
Yeah, and that was like the biggest off-season move right there was
For real.
Miami getting Shaq. That's how he landed on the cover at that age on 2K.
Yep.
Those
What
are
do you got for me,
classic,
man?
though.
What do you got?
So a lot of my 2K games, guys, I gotta say, I don't know if I traded them in when I was younger or what happened to them. But I was talking to Brandon before this, and I think kind of what happens over the years is when you know you're gonna buy 2K every year, last year's edition just gets thrown to the side in a sense. It gets put somewhere, right? And sometimes you don't know where that is. But with that said, I'll start off with the oldest one that I still have for physical, and that is NBA 2K14,
Beautiful.
which again, this was now LeBron. Do you remember what year he went to Miami?
2011?
Was it?
2010?
Yeah. I think 2014 was the year they played the Spurs
Yes.
in the
'Cause that was
finals.
when Ray Allen hit that clutch shot, I believe.
Yeah,
Either
one of
that
the
or
best
15.
finals.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh, and of course, I got a damn sticker on the back too.
Yep. Oh god. We're gonna go on a rant about that in a minute. Let me tell you.
I get so sick of these stupid stickers. What's the point? Like, why do you put this on here? You know what I mean?
I know you've talked about that so much in your videos, man. And whenever it's my turn next, I have so many stickers. You're gonna hate it.
All right, I'll go with my next one here, and I'll hand it back to you. This
Yep.
is NBA 2K15 with what was then future, now
Yep.
future Phoenix Sun, Kevin Durant,
Kevin Durant.
KD, the Durantula, the Slim Reaper. And 2K15 was actually really awesome.
Yep.
If I recall, this was a very good 2K.
And at the time, the new gen, because that your last one was PS3, that one's PS4. So at the time, that was the newest console or system, you know.
Look at that. I just opened it up. Honestly, I have not opened this up in years.
Still got the receipt in there. That's
Look at
awesome.
that.
Oh
Best
my God.
Buy store
great.
pickup. Best Buy pickup at probably at Paradise Valley, which is not even there anymore. That Best Buy is now
Paradise
closed.
Valley Mall.
Yeah.
Those are my stomping grounds, man.
I used to work at that Best Buy. I got fond memories of that place.
All right, guys. I'm gonna kind of I feel like these ones kind of belong together, sort of in their own category, because it did close out the decade. But unfortunately, we do got to go on a little sticker rant. So I got NBA 2K7. Unfortunately, I bought it pre-owned because I was trying to build the collection, you know. And yes, it does have Shaq on there. But damn, man, look at that sticker, bro. Pre-owned sticker. It's gross. I mean, beyond that, I know it's kind of hard to tell just on the camera, but it is in good condition. But it's that dang sticker. And if I try to take it off, you know, it's going to look bad. And I told you there was a couple stickers that I did get off, but there was another sticker that was already there. So next up on the collection is future Phoenix Sun, now former Phoenix Sun, Chris Paul on NBA 2K8 for the Xbox 360. And yeah, the last one was 360 as well.
What was the price on that?
This one was $1. I actually bought it with the pro member price, $1.79. I bought
Oh my God. Dude, that is a steal.
Yeah, that's why I bought these, man. Like, yeah, like I want to get the best copies I possibly can. But look at that price, y'all. That's not a joke. Look at that.
You can't beat that.
That's why I bought it. I saw them there and I just grabbed it, man.
Like we know that sports titles obviously go down in price dramatically when they become like last year's or 2 years, you know, 3, 4, whatever. But I don't recall seeing 2Ks that inexpensive. I would have picked them up too at that price in a heartbeat.
And again, like I know they're pre-used, but still they're in good condition. I've kept them as good in condition as I can throughout the years.
That's
but it's just those dang stickers. So continuing on, this one I actually did get off for the most part in terms of the sticker. But then look, there was right. I don't even know where I'm pointing. There's another sticker right there that was previously on there. But I do like this cover of Kevin Garnett, one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Again, this was another pre-owned game, and you can kind of tell the graphics, upgrade a little bit. You
Yeah.
can kind of tell they really are starting to get familiar with their graphics and get better. And then to close out the decade, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this player later. Again, the dang sticker, though. RIP to Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
2K10, that beautiful cover on the 360. And I could be wrong here. Wasn't this sort of around the time they started introducing new consoles and My Career mode and all that? Like, I don't know if this game had My Career. Like, it's got NBA Today, My Player mode. That's when they called it that. Living rosters and signature play. This was when 2K really started to change.
That's right. Yeah,
Yep.
and you know what? It looks like My Career was originally introduced in 2K10.
Yep. That's what I was
So there
saying.
you
Like,
go.
I was like, wait, when did 2K like actually introduce that mode?
Yeah.
They called it My Player mode back then.
Yeah.
This is when 2K really started to take off, in my opinion.
Yeah. They really took it to the next level there and made it more than a basketball game.
When you
And
got
they
Kobe on
continue
the
to.
cover, when you got Kobe on the cover, you kind of have to.
Yeah, that's right.
What's up with you next, Steve? What do you got for me?
All right, guys. Next up, this is definitely one of my favorite covers for sure. And you guys should know why, but
Beautiful. The GOAT.
2K16. Love this cover.
Love it.
And I haven't opened this up in a long time either. But all the inserts in there. This is an actual sticker.
Yep.
This is a fathead. Got the MJ special edition. Got the code there. Looks like unfortunately this expired in June of 2016.
The first one to get it gets it.
You guys are welcome to try and use it though. There it is. You can pause the video right here and see if it works. Oh, dude. I didn't even realize this. I got a poster.
Let's go. I'm gonna full screen you real quick. Hold on. We're gonna full screen you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, check this out.
That's so cool, dude. I'm actually kind of jealous, to be honest.
And guys, I'm not kidding when I say that, like, when the next 2K comes out, the game gets closed up and put away.
Yep.
So I totally do not recall there being a poster in here. Otherwise, I'll be honest with you, I would have hung it up. And I think I probably will now.
You see, 2K fans, this is the kind of stuff you used to get in the games. And this is another reason I wanted to do this video.
That's sick.
Dude, that's so cool.
That is really cool. I wonder if anyone sells this on eBay.
Probably.
I'm not going to sell it, but out of curiosity, because, people sell everything on eBay.
That's so cool, man.
Now, guys, Brandon and I talked about this before as well. Some of these games we bought digitally, so unfortunately, nothing to show off. And again, like I always say on my channel, that's why you buy physical, so you can have the game still.
Yep.
If you buy digital, it's just not the same, man. But this is one of my favorite ones right here. This is the
I got to full
Mamba
screen this
Forever
one too, man.
edition.
I have to. We just have to full screen this one.
Mamba Forever in the nice steelbook.
Ooh, beautiful.
And I'll go ahead and open it up.
Oh my god.
Me pop the disc out, and you can see
Mamba Forever.
Get a good look there without any glare.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, it's very nice steelbook. Honestly, I remember when this got announced and I saw it, I'm like, dude, that's some sick artwork.
For real.
Like, it's obviously it's not painted. It's not a painted steelbook,
right?
Individually, but it's a painted photo on the steelbook, and it's very cool. So I appreciate this one a lot. This is one that I'll always keep in super minty condition right here.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. And again, like, that's another reason I'm glad we're doing this video, because you own stuff that I don't have, and vice versa. And that's why we call it a collection. Got the GOAT on the cover, NBA 2K11, perfectly, I mean, not perfect condition, but great condition. And yes, no stickers. Can you believe that, Steve? No
Thankful.
stickers on this one. I need to get this like in a safe frame or something, man.
Yeah,
You know
the
what
only
I mean?
the only sticker that matters, which is that beautiful
This one?
hologram
Yep.
NBA sticker
Mhm.
that we all love.
I'm so glad I have this with no stickers on it, man.
And 2K11, guys, if you don't know, like this was a huge deal because this was the first time that Jordan was on the cover
Yep.
of a basketball game. And you're probably saying, "What's how?"
Yep.
And the reason why is because he was always tied up in licensing. Always. You could never get the rights to Jordan for anything. Even back with NBA Live back in the day,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
he wasn't on there. He wasn't in NBA Jam. He had his own Super Nintendo video game, Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City.
I know
was-
you know that too.
That was made by EA, which is odd because they had NBA Live, but he wasn't allowed to be in the basketball game, which was super annoying.
Yep.
But this was a huge, huge deal for Jordan to be in the actual game. And that's when it all changed right there.
Exactly.
So thankful we get Jordan now.
And speaking of Jordan, now this kind of might seem like it's becoming a common, trend. First we had, and this is the reason I'm bringing it up, because now we got like the Kobe moments and all of that. But this, I believe, was the start of the Jordan challenge, which now is like Kobe. And I'm sure we're going to get players later on in the decade. But yeah, Jordan challenge, relive 10 legendary games from Michael Jordan's career. It's awesome. And there's all those other game modes on there. And again, this was another version of the deeper My Player mode. They didn't call it My Career back then. It was My Player mode.
That was huge too. Those Jordan challenges were like, they were special. I remember seeing the trailer for it before it came out and being like, dude, this looks so real. You know?
We had never seen anything like this either. Like we can go back and play those Jordan games, like the flu game and all those other games.
Yeah, it was special.
And speaking of Michael Jordan, before we get to your next batch there, Steve, he was also on the cover of 2K12.
Yes.
Yep. And I believe they brought back, did they bring back more Jordan moments? I'm sure it's probably in here somewhere, but they have a list of features and all that. He's on the cover again. Unfortunately, there's no sticker on the front, which is good, but there is a sticker pre-owned. I don't remember how much I paid for this. Glad I have a couple of the games with Michael Jordan on the cover. Beautiful.
I enjoyed my time playing 2K on 360. I believe the majority of 2K I played for 360 during that console era.
Yep.
And it was great. And the online worked great.
And dude, I was just glued to my screen. Just nonstop 2K, man.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you got for me next?
All right, guys. So before I go back to the PlayStation, I'm going to go to the Nintendo Switch. And, it was obviously a big draw, I think, for all of us to be able to play NBA 2K on the go. Like, that's a draw with so many Nintendo Switch games, clearly. But to be able to play 2K anywhere, and anywhere that has internet, you can play online. Like, there's just such a draw with that. So, of course, I had to get it for Switch, try it out, and see how it is. The first one is 2K19. And I'm not a fan of this cover at all.
What are you talking about, man?
I will say this. I'm especially not a fan of this.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed right away.
Every Switch owner hates this. They hate it. They actually won't buy games. Yep. Nintendo Switch collectors will not buy games if this bullshit is on the box. I hate it. It looks like trash. It's just as bad or worse than a sticker.
Yeah. I think I'd rather prefer the sticker in the corner as much as I'm trashing the stickers. You know what I mean?
Too.
So that big thing in there just, standing out in front of the cover.
Yeah, there's not much in the box, guys. You got the at that. You got some bonus content again. This expired in 2019. Feel free to
try it anyways. Real quick, Steve. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've never played that. I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Do you have any memories of that? Did you enjoy the gameplay? Like, I know it was a long time ago, but like, What do you remember from that?
For Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I can tell you about it. Right off the bat, the game runs at 30 frames per second. So it runs at half the frame rate of current gen, PS4 or PS5. So previous gen and next gen, however you want to look at it, it runs at half the frame rate.
Right.
That's unfortunate. But obviously, you have to give up some things to get some things. So you get 30 frames per second, but now you can play it on the go, right? So there's pros and cons to everything, obviously. I definitely more prefer the gameplay on PlayStation or Xbox on the
Yep.
next gen consoles, no doubt about it. I did buy another edition, which is right here of 2K.
Without that sticker or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, it's down there now. It looks
Oh,
like
yeah, I see. Yeah. Not as noticeable, though.
much better though.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we both had to endure 2 years of Lakers being on the cover. Nobody likes that.
I'm glad you addressed that. Uh-huh.
Yep. So these ones will never be shown off. They'll sit on the shelf, but they'll never be prominently displayed because
they're
you got the LA Lakers here.
Yep.
So yeah, the Switch version, performance-wise, it's the worst, without a doubt. But you can play it portably. So here's the hope, right? The hope is that with the Switch 2, which will be coming out next year, still waiting on some details, of course, on that to be officially announced. But from what I've gathered, it's going to be very similar to the current Switch. They're still going to have it portable. So we're going to have the opportunity, is my point, to be able to play 2K on next gen Switch hardware where we won't have to make those sacrifices. We'll be able to play it 60 frames on the go.
Exactly.
So I will most likely be returning at some point to Nintendo Switch, especially since 2K introduced crossplay this year.
Exactly.
So I'll be able to play against anyone. I won't have to, try and find an online match on the Switch, which was kind of hard. Right. It's kind of hard compared to PlayStation.
I'm just glad you have those in your collection too. Like, even though they have the Laker players on the cover, it's still cool that you have that in your collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Always keep them around.
Yep. So guys, I made a small mistake. I thought that we were done with the 360 2K era, but you know what? I actually have, I technically only have 2 physical games here, but you and I were talking backstage, Steve. For some reason, I couldn't find my copy of NBA 2K13. And then we were talking backstage and you said the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We own it. We have achievements for it on our 360 or whatever device or system you were playing on, but I can't find it, which leads me to NBA 2K14 on the 360. It was weird, man. I looked everywhere and I told you that. I was like, why can't I find this game? But whatever. 2K14 with LeBron. And it's better on the Kinect, apparently. So I don't know if that was true at all.
I read that, and the first thing I said, Brandon, just reading that, I'm like, that's bullshit.
Exactly.
Ain't better with Kinect.
And then you showed this one off earlier, NBA 2K15 with future and current Phoenix Sun, Kevin freaking Durant. But yeah, that closes out the Xbox 360 series because eventually I upgraded to a game that you showed off earlier, NBA 2K16. And since you already showed it off, I do have to check myself. I want to see if there's a poster in here. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to full screen myself. I know that you already showed it off, but I have to show everybody here.
Ah,
yes,
nice.
The poster's in there. I'm so glad I kept it. I'm glad I didn't like give it away or sell it. It's also got the, I'm sure that yours came with this as well. It's got like, that right there. And then the game add-ons. That's so cool. I'm so glad I kept all this, man. And yeah, you're right. It's like a little fat head. That's so cool, man. I'm glad we got the same thing. We kept all that stuff. Also, I know this is kind of random. I think that's cool. It was like an Xbox thing in the back. That's kind of cool.
That is cool. I like that.
Shout out to NBA 2K16, man. I miss the days when they would give us a bunch of stuff, which we're going to go over here in a little bit. Let me tell you. That's so cool, man.
And you got to remember too is that like when it comes to that cover, that was a special edition cover.
Exactly.
Like that wasn't the cover athlete. You had to buy the special edition.
Yep.
I don't know who was on the cover of 2K16, who was on the standard edition, but that's just another reason why you keep that game is because that was a special edition cover. And to me, that's Michael Jordan memorabilia right there.
Exactly. I could be
who don't want that?
wrong, but wasn't like game or versions like this, which nowadays is like the best version you can get at the time. Does that make sense? Like,
That
wasn't
that
this
was
the
the best
best
version.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And I'm looking it up, guys. It says 2K16 had 3 different cover athletes.
Yep.
But the main cover athlete appears to be Anthony Davis.
Another. Wait, was he with the Lakers? No, I don't think he was with the Lakers at the time.
He's with the Pelicans. Yep. AD street clothes.
What is next in your collection? Because I have a few more, and then I get to the other stuff. You know
I got 2 more here, so I'll do one and then I'll hand it back to you.
Cool.
So, guys, this one is NBA 2K22.
I got a full
That's
screen
the
you
back
again.
of the steel book.
Yep.
You can see here you got the nice 75th anniversary logo.
Yep.
And this is still factory sealed. This is the steel book. The actual game's on the shelf.
Beautiful.
But very nice.
Factory sealed.
Yes. Look at that.
Dude, that's so cool.
For the 75th anniversary. And really cool that you got KD.
Yep.
Again, was not a Phoenix Sun yet.
Yep.
KD, Dirk, and Kareem on the cover.
3 of the greatest of all time right there.
Yeah. And, this year of 2K was pretty fun in my team. Although I will say that it seems like the NBA forced 2K to come out with like a lot of different 75th anniversary stuff.
Right.
That really just was not very interesting to the My Team community. But it felt like the NBA is like, hey, it's their 75th anniversary. We need you guys to do this.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
At least it's a great cover.
Exactly. It's a great cover, man. All right, guys. So continuing on, I remember making little skits. Yes, skits about this game. I don't know why, because I had nothing else to do. 2K17 with Paul George on there. Xbox One and all that. He's
Pandemic
obviously great.
P.
Yeah, exactly.
Pandemic P.
That was obviously when he was on the rise and everything, and
yeah,
exactly. But coming up next, and yes, I do have everything in here that I believe. Well, most of the stuff here. Another version of Shaq on the cover. I got a full screen this one, man.
Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
Yeah, this one's a beauty right here. I have almost everything in here, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. This is the Legend Edition Gold of Shaq. Yes, he's in his Laker uniform. I don't care. This cover is beautiful, man. And it came with more stuff and everything. So first, let me just show you. And this is a little bit of a combination of 2K17. It's a little hard to see on the camera, but this actually came with cards. And if you look closely, you can see the 2K logo, like especially on the back. It shows the NBA 2K18, 2K17. There's a couple Kobe cards on there.
I wonder if
Kobe
that's worth anything.
Yep. And I try to keep them as safe as I possibly could, man.
Yeah, because that's got the Panini licensing on it.
Exactly. These cards are awesome. I'll try to get a further out look. I don't know if you guys can see that all the way. These cards are awesome. I don't know why, but I chose to put this one in its own kind of special case. I just think it looks cool. Kobe guarding Kobe.
Oh,
if you look closely, it's got I know it's kind of blurry, but you can see the 2K17 logo there.
There it is.
I put that in a special case. This card's awesome. I had to, man. You know what I mean?
I would too. That is a sick card.
Exactly.
I like that.
But real quick, we'll just kind of, because again, we got more games and all that to talk about, but we'll just kind of go through this as fast as we possibly can. So you open this up. I think these are stickers right here. This was when there was like 2 covers, because I think you could buy this cover right here, I believe. And that was when he was with the Heat.
That's cool.
I think that's like a sticker right there. And then I think this one came with a poster too, man. I'm starting to get excited here. It's like Christmas.
Right.
So you get the game obviously, but it came with this badass. What do you call this? It's like a magnet or something. But it's got like that. I don't know what you
Oh,
would
yeah,
call that.
yeah.
Like remember
Like,
those like binders back in our day when we were in school? You know what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
I do. It's not a hologram, but
Yeah, whatever they
it's
call this.
it's similar to that, and it's always been cool.
It's pretty badass, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Still got the receipt. You know what I mean? And
Nice.
yeah, this one did come with the poster. And you know what? You showed off yours. I'm gonna show off this one. I gotta
Yeah, I
stand
want
up
to see
real
that.
quick. Yeah.
1 minute later.
Oh man, there's like a sticker on here. Whatever. I'll just
Stickers
show
again,
this.
man. Stickers strike
Yeah,
back.
this one came with a poster, and it's double-sided. It's Shaq. Both covers. It's kind of like this thing right here. It's pretty much that, but in a poster form. That's badass.
Always nice to get a poster with your video game. That used to be a thing back when I was growing up. When you'd buy a game for a regular Nintendo, sometimes it would have a Nintendo poster in there with like advertisements of other games, and it would show like screenshots on like CRT TVs of what the games look like, because there really was no other way to know unless you like had a subscription to Nintendo Power, because there was no internet yet. Like either maybe you get to see a commercial on TV. That was it. You didn't know what games were coming out back then.
1 minute later.
So as you guys can see, I'm decked out in 2K19. The cover that Steve hates and everything. And fun fact, you guys, if you're a big Suns Geek fan, you can actually go back into my channel. Some of my older videos before I was really even Suns Geek. You know what I mean? I have a whole vlog unboxing this. So instead of me doing it right now, you guys can just go and watch that vlog. I'll probably even link it down below. But this is a special cover, Steve, because as you can see, the 20th anniversary of NBA 2K. And honestly, man, I think that's why I bought this. It came with the shirt. It came with the freaking hat,
Yeah.
stickers, all that fun stuff, man. I had to get it because, again, we love 2K. It was the 20th anniversary. I had to go all out, man.
I do remember getting stickers, and I remember getting like a Live Strong band.
I
Do you
think I
remember
have
that?
that somewhere. Yeah, I probably forgot to grab it, but I have that too.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
cool. That was cool. I like that. That I appreciate it, because it was a 2K one. It didn't have
Exactly.
like all the LeBron branding on it. I used to wear that to play basketball. I'd wear that.
Also, I bought these at separate times because, again, I was trying to build the collection. Don't ask me why I bought this. I bought a 2K19 keychain, still in its, whatever they call it, factory sealed or whatever, and it's got a little clearance sticker on it. I bought it for 97 pennies.
I would.
It was
I would
just
in a
sitting
heartbeat.
there. It was on the clearance rack. I got it, and then I think this came with like my shirt, just a little 2K like tag. I thought that looked cool.
That's
I decided
cool.
to keep it. Yeah. So before we wrap up 2K19, the 20th anniversary of 2K, this was actually a gift. And Phoenix Suns fans, please forgive me for owning this. My brother bought me this, so shout out to my brother. This is like a action figure, collector's item, whatever you want to call it. 2K19, my team, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Look at that. It's beautiful, man. What I really like is it wasn't just Giannis you could get. You could get a lot of other players. Who is that? Like James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. The list goes on and on. I'm actually kind of glad I own this because it's kind of
That's so
badass.
cool.
Like it's like they don't make stuff like this anymore, and they really should. If they ever make a Devin Booker version of this, like we're gonna get it, man. I had to show it off. It's 2K. It's awesome. I'm glad I have it in my collection. I remember I think my brother got me that for Christmas, and I was like, dude, this is awesome, man. So guys, Steve already showed off these 3 games, so we're just gonna kind of skim through this, but I am glad I own these. Yes, unfortunately, he's in a Lakers jersey, whatever, 2K20. And then I don't have the Steelbook versions of them, but I do have the best copy, or at least second best copy besides the Steelbook. Beautiful artwork right there. Had to get it.
Yeah.
And, there's that on the back. And then the beautiful cover, the 75th anniversary, bam, right there. And like, I don't know why I didn't get the steelbook, man. Maybe it was a money thing. I don't know, but
It was
still, I'm
Best
glad I
Buy.
own.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
you had
why.
to
Yeah,
pre-order at Best Buy.
yeah.
And you know what? I'll tell you what, it was a pain to get the steelbooks.
It,
Let me tell you, it
that's
always
probably
is.
why I didn't end up getting them, you know. But still, I'm glad I own these. I feel like these are steelbooks, man. The artwork alone is worth it. I mean, these are beautiful, man. I'm
I
glad I own
agree.
them.
Those
Yep,
are some of the best box arts, if not the best, that 2Ks came out with,
exactly.
hands down. All right, guys. So this is my last 2K. So last year, had a little bit of a conundrum. I was going to be going out of town the weekend the 2K came out. So, of course, I wasn't going to be able to pick up the game physically because I literally had to go to the airport the day before, but I wanted to be able to play 2K that weekend. And I even brought my PS5 with me to Oregon so I could play my team over the weekend and make sure I got my ring in limited mode. So I ended up buying the game digitally. That way I don't have to worry about any of that. And what I ended up doing is buying 2K. And I had this game plan already. I was going to buy it down the road when I could get it for like a good deal physically because I was only buying it to keep it factory sealed.
Beautiful.
And that's the 2K23. You can see here, guys, that's the championship edition.
I got to full screen you again, man. I got to do it.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
do it. That's so cool.
And again, guys, like I own 2K23 on PS5, but I was able to get the PS4 version on eBay. This sold out very quickly
Oh, yeah.
in stores. And if you don't know, if you would have bought this, it comes with NBA League Pass on top of all the other bonuses like the My Team currency, the virtual currency, different player cards. I don't remember everything it came with, but it comes with a lot of cool stuff, right? But again, it's factory sealed.
Beautiful.
That's why I bought it. I wanted to keep this for my collection because, again,
yeah.
this is like Michael Jordan
Yep.
memorabilia.
Yep.
And so I was pretty excited to pick this guy up right here. I got it for a pretty good deal on eBay. I was able to pick it up, I think, for around 50 some bucks.
Right.
And all the other listings were 109 to 150. So I lucked out.
That's a steal, man. That's so cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know me, man. I got a poster of it. I'm gonna full screen myself real quick. Now I'm not gonna lie. I got this quote poster from a different source, but it's up there. 2K23, and I had to get the Devin Booker copy, man. I had to. Devin Booker was the cover athlete of 2K, bro. The Suns franchise player. Some say arguably the best Phoenix Sun in Suns history. I had to get it, man. It's a beautiful cover. I remember talking about this all on my channel, making videos about it. Just absolutely Devin Booker, man. That's all I gotta say about that.
It's a lovely cover. When it was first announced by 2K and I saw that, I'm like, dude, that is such a great Phoenix, like such a great Arizona desert backdrop. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still trying to find a factory sealed copy of the Devin Booker 2K23
One of us has to find it, bro. We got to somehow.
And it's been kind of hard to pin one down, even using eBay, because it's sold out, the physical edition at the stores. Like they're not printing as many physical copies as they used to anymore.
Yeah.
So it's becoming harder to find. So that game's still on my list to find factory sealed because that will be a part of my son's memorabilia for sure.
Absolutely.
Because he's the only Phoenix Sun to ever make the cover of an NBA game. Even though Steve Nash won back-to-back MVPs.
I know.
He never made the cover.
Yep.
Go figure.
I remember too, Shams Charania of The Athletic, yes, the guy that tweets out all the trades and all the news, he even tweeted that Devin Booker was going to be on the cover. And I remember just immediately making a video about that.
I think you and I texted each other. We're like, dude, this is awesome. Cool, finally, a Phoenix Sun makes the cover.
And I just remember there was like behind the scenes kind of leaks of like that photo shoot and Booker's 2K stuff. And I was like, this is just incredible, man. It's real. Booker is on a 2K cover. And whether you love him or hate him, man, like he made it. You know what I mean? That's some of the biggest I don't even know how to describe it. Like that just goes to show how great of a player Devin Booker is.
It's an
Man.
honor. It's
Yeah,
an honor for
that's the word I
NBA
was looking for.
players.
Yeah, it's an honor. You know what I
And
mean?
he's a big gamer.
Yeah.
Big gamer. Obviously, he plays a lot of Call of Duty, but he's a big 2K gamer.
Exactly.
So this meant a lot to him, you know?
Yep, absolutely, man. Steve, I don't know if you have anything else. I'm looking around. I think I showed off everything at least I could find. Like I said, I was missing that little wristband you were talking about.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't find 2K13, but I literally looked for a decent amount of time, and this is all my 2K stuff. I got the shirt, the hat, all that stuff we just showed. Yeah, man. What a collection.
That's all my physical 2K stuff. I might have some Xbox 360 games somewhere, but ain't gonna go digging for those. That's for sure. That might take a while, but
I think I'm a little inspired now to keep building my 2K collection, and I think eventually I want to get those Allen Iverson cover ones and just any old 2K games I can get. Eventually, it's gonna take some time. I gotta save a little bit of money, you know what I mean? But I think I'm gonna do it, man. Maybe we'll do a part 2 of this in the future.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun to do a part 2.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we have such a long running history with 2K.
Exactly.
This is the only sports game that I would actually want to buy all the editions of. Outside of course, NBA Jam.
Yep, exactly. All right, guys, we went through our collection. It was an absolute blast. This is going to be a long, fun video. I'm so excited for you. But Steve, before we kind of do our outro here, do you have like any fun stories or memories that you want to tell about 2K or just really anything? Any final thoughts, man? Why don't you lay a story on us?
I do have one story that I will share. And of course, we all probably have many 2K stories, but this is one that's kind of stood the test of time over the years. And I was playing 2K on Xbox 360. And I believe this was back in 2007. Okay. So quite a long time ago. I was playing online. And I think it was like maybe 1 a.m. Right? Yeah, it was on a Friday or Saturday. I remember that. And I got my headset on. And I'm playing with the Phoenix Suns.
Of course.
And we did not have a good rating in the game that year.
Yeah. I remember that.
It might have been during the Terry Porter takeover.
You're playing this 2K, right? But on a different console, different system?
It was on 360.
Right.
Yep. And I was playing online. And of course, I was the Phoenix Suns.
Yep.
My opponent was the Lakers. Anytime it's the Lakers, just being a lifelong Suns fan, it gives you an extra reason to want to win, to want to beat them, to really focus and make sure you get that dub. So long story short, the game was neck and neck the whole time. The game ended up going into triple overtime. Yeah, I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like I was having so much fun. And of course, I had, roommates at the time, and I'm not trying to get like super loud because it's so late. And I was just absolutely having a blast. I had my headset on the whole time. My opponent does not talk. He finally unmutes himself in the third overtime when I'm about to win the game. And he says, hey, man. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, really nice game, bro. He's like, but I got to ask you a favor. And I'm thinking like, what? And he's like, would you quit the game so I don't get a loss on my account? I was like, what? Why?
What?
He's like, I'm a 2K developer. And he said, you're going to get a special badge if you beat me.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he's like, if I lose, I'm going to have to deal with shit at work for the rest of the year.
Let's remind people, this was back in 2007.
Yeah.
Let's just remind people of that.
And of course, when he's like, yeah, I'm a 2K developer, I'm like, oh shit, dude, this is awesome because I did not play online much. Like it was very, very rare that I played online.
Yeah. And
so it was just cool because I always thought that I had skill, and to see it translate, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to beat a developer. This is extra bonus. Like the bonus was just beating the Lakers in triple overtime. And then he revealed that he's a developer. So of course I said, nah, no, I'm not going to quit.
Right.
I'm taking the win.
Yep.
And I got a special badge and it was really cool. So
Dude,
that's my 2K story. Anytime you go triple overtime in an online game or any sort of overtime, it's going to be a lot of fun. But I did not expect that at the end. At
yeah.
all.
Dude, that's so awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that story,
Yeah.
bro. That's so cool, man.
It was great. Good memory
time.
for
Yep.
sure.
Good
Crazy to
times,
think
man.
that was, damn, 16 years ago.
Time's flying, man.
Sure
Time
does.
is flying. Steve, this has been an absolute blast, man. We definitely in the future, maybe a few years from now when we keep building our collection and all that, we got to do a part 2. But speaking of a part 2, we're going to have a video later on covering a pretty important topic of 2K. So stay tuned for that. But Steve, you want to tell the people where to find you again? Tell the people what you do on your channel. You've been uploading like crazy, man, and I'm so proud of you. Tell the people what you do on your channel and where to find you again. And again, all of his links will be down below, but you tell the people, man.
Absolutely. So you guys can find me at ThunderSteve85 Gaming on YouTube. You can find me everywhere else on social media at ThunderSteve85. So on my channel, I cover video games, guys. I have played video games truly my whole life. I first picked up a controller when I was 3 years old, so that would have been back in 1988. And I haven't stopped since. I have 2 real passions in my life. And that's basketball / the Phoenix Suns, always have been, and video games. So, of course, naturally, I wanted to cover video games for a living. I'm finally doing it now at age 38. What you can find on my channel is the latest video game news, video game reviews from me. I actually play the game. I give you guys my first impressions, and then I give you guys my review. I also have a playlist where we do all sorts of video game collecting, how to invest and buy video games that'll hopefully hold or increase their value over the course of time. So I have all sorts of different videos. The channel is growing, guys. I'm trying new things as well. And I do live streaming. You guys can see me live stream NBA 2K24 very shortly. We're about a week out. I will be playing right at 9 p.m. when that game comes out the night before.
Everybody go subscribe right now. Go follow ThunderSteve85. All the links are down below in the description. And you guys, you already know where to find me. Just search Suns Geek and you will find me. This has been a blast, Steve. So excited to edit this and everything. But yeah, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, stay tuned for a part 2 of our 2K video that we're going to do. It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait for that. So everybody crush that like button. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.